Happy New Year's, everybody. Just a little bit of more Ron Paul reporting. Basically, just looking at the mainstream, and they're rife with their little contradictions. They're really scared, of course, we all know that. But with Romney, quote unquote, surging in the polls, it has me a bit concerned. I don't know how much of that is actually genuine. Um, but I will point out that they are promoting Santorum as they say that evangelicals are there's been a surge in interest in them amongst evangelicals. So they say Romney's at 24%, Paul's at 22, and Santorum is at 15. Santorum is a very dangerous individual uh, as far as what he wants to do. Um, let's see, he wants to amend the Constitution or reinterpret it uh, to reject the separations of powers. So basically, what he wants is the executive branch to be the most powerful branch. It's kind of already that way, but due to the Patriot Act and whatnot. But that's very dangerous. The whole point of the Constitution, the whole point of separation of powers was a check and balance. You know, n- not a single one was above the other. Just for the fact that it's good that, or it was good that Congress was the only one that could declare war. So we have a problem there with this gentleman, and he basically wants to abolish the federal courts. The only job of the federal courts really is to interpret the Constitution and decide whether a state law, is in violation of the Constitution, and that's it. If it is not, then the law should be allowed to exist. If it is, well, it should be abolished. Simple as that. They shouldn't be telling you what to do or anything like that. That's why us Ron Paul supporters basically want that reinstated. We want that mindset put back into the courts. There's been too much overreaching, and it needs to stop. So basically, the media is basically predicting that the latest polls are indicating that Santorum will elbow Paul out of second, and put him into third place. I don't really see that happening. He's a little bit too extreme for a lot of people, and with Paul's predictions, coming true uh, every day, it's just a lot of these candidates are losing their credibility. And that's the whole point of Ron Paul and his consistency. Is a lot of people were shocked and amazed that Paul has been so accurate in the past 30 years. But it's like a playbook. It's very easy to see. So it's not really hard. This is really 2 plus 2 equals 4. And the media keeps saying, well, 2 plus 2 could be 4, or it could be 5, or it could be 6, and people are buying that. They're still buying it, unfortunately. I was at a party last night, and I was going over how, if you look at your driver's license, how your name is in capital letters and everything like that, and basically means that you are submitting to a corporate state. You're giving up all your rights, and you're being subject to all their laws. A lot of people were shocked, but they were ready to receive the information. There was no argument. There was no, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. There was just silence. And wow, I did not know that. And basically, go out there, educate your friends, family, and do it on I guess, baby steps. Do it in baby steps. Okay. Um, anyways, um, one GOP strategist was quoted in saying that few saw this bombshell coming, and in an already unpredictable race, this is another stunning turn of political fortune. But what he's not taking into account is how long the media has been lying. So if you base everything upon lies, and then the individual who has been telling the truth for the past 30 years, once people wake up to the fact that they've been told lies, of course they're going to gravitate to that person. They're hungry for the truth. People are. And that's one of the reasons I woke up. Okay. I was ready to dismiss Paul as a racist too back in, the 2008 elections. Sadly enough, I hadn't woke up yet. And so I thought Obama was, the next great thing, and he was going to really fix it and he's going to change it and all this other stuff. And I bought into that. It's really hard to admit that you got duped. And the whole thing is people have to admit that they've been duped. And when you get over that, the pride that, you weren't wise enough, that you just didn't have the foresight to see that they've been lying to you time after time and time again. It's really difficult. But once you get over it, things become easier, and then you'll actually be able to, you'll see the smear campaigns, and I mean, you even see it on both sides. But the thing about Paul is when he has his commercials talking about Gingrich, it's not that he's bashing him. He's just like, look, you don't see Paul actually saying that this dude's bad. It's just like, look, this is what he said. These are his exact words, his own words. So that's all you have to do. So basically, they also in one article warned that, well, they were talking about how Paul was warning of UN conspiracies and rioting in the streets. Okay, and the article basically says that, and it's a liberal site, what they call liberal, anyways. They were saying that they admit that Romney and Paul are neck and neck, so that's good. At least they admit that. I don't know if it's 24 or 22, but either that it might be Paul's above that, but they don't want to admit that. So, anyways, yeah. So they're saying Paul's neck and neck, and they're like, well, as far as saying that there's going to be rioting in the streets on Greece level, Greece and Italy's level of riots and stuff like that, I think it's a little bit far-fetched. I don't really see that happening. Now, if we go to the Occupy, scenes, encampments, and everything like that, yeah, there was violence, and I could see that. But let's just look at what happened on New Year's Eve. Okay, we have on the Drudge Report, New Year's Eve, 6 dead in Philly. Okay. That's a pretty good level amount of violence on a day that usually brings people together, okay? Colorado, there was dozens that brawled at a party in a hotel, okay? There was a shooting in the lobby. Let's see, and then restaurants in Chicago are refusing to deliver the cell phones due to a rash of robberies. Okay, now, if that isn't violence, then got a bridge to sell you, man. This is the real deal, and this is encouraging. Even if Paul doesn't win Iowa, which if he doesn't, and they pull their little stunt that they're going to do, which they're going to count it in private in an undisclosed location, which hasn't been done before in quite some time because they're scared out of their minds. When people see the truth of what's happening, they're going to come to the realization that this man has already predicted it. And all these articles are very damning to the mainstream media. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. And that's fine. I'm fine with that, because the whole reason Paul's even surging in the polls is just because of, or doing this well in the polls is because his consistency and the ability to tell the truth, which I haven't seen in politicians in quite some time. So, like I said, it's very encouraging. They're really, really fighting. And, of course, they're trying to, label him a racist, and it's working to a certain extent, but not enough. And when these predictions that he made in this article, and it's titled, and look this up, it's on Yahoo, but it's also in a Drudge Report too. Paul warns of UN conspiracies. Ron Paul warns of UN conspiracies and rioting in the streets. Look up that, read the article, and even in the comments, they were like, were they trying to bash him? Because I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. So, hey, it's all good. Don't get discouraged by the numbers because, they're probably fraudulent. And I'm thinking when they try to steal the votes and basically, throw the ballot out and put whoever they want in, there's going to be a lot of angry people. And that's where the violence is going to start. I don't encourage anyone to start any violence. That's not going to work. There's going to be a lot of, just a lot of pain and suffering that is not necessary. So what we have to do is just wait until the elections. And we won't even have to fire a single shot. I mean, imagine if 15 to 30% of our working population said, you know what? And we coordinated this on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. I don't really tweet, but anyways, If we coordinated this on Facebook and just said, you know what, we're all not going to work today. We are not going to do it. Do you know what that would do to the economy? And then the little low lives at the very top will come down and say, what do you want? And we can demand that they basically leave, and they're going to be tried, and that's that. Of course, they're not going to do that, but we can definitely, where we have to hurt them is in the money. And so the best way to do it without any weapons or anything like that is a work strike all across the board. Will people suffer? Yeah, but we can get things back on track. Remember, we're the whole reason that this is going in the first place. They need us. Okay, there's not that many of them at the top, and they are very aware of this. That's why they have to do what they're doing. Okay, so everybody just keep your hopes up. You know, we can make 2012 a great year. Okay, the predictions for 2012 aren't really that great, but hey, it's just how it is, baby. Just remember, you have the power. I'm giving you power. You give yourself power. We know we have power. You know, the moment that you think that you can't change anything is the moment that it becomes true. The moment you're ready to, well, the moment you'll see others ready to stand in line with you. Anyways, peace and love. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great New Year, everyone. I love you all. Thank you for your support. Everybody keep up the good work. We're all in this together. We're all working together. And yeah, so bye.